We've been away for 6 years? Oh my gosh, 6 years, yeah. It feels great to be back. It's a bit surreal. It actually kind of feels like I haven't left. As soon as we got on set, it was just kind of like I was trying to remember what we shot last week, and it was nothing.
You know, I was so excited. I always hoped that this would happen. And when it finally, you know, when we finally got that call, I was so excited. I just really miss these people, and I miss the crew, I miss the cast.
Well, you know, yesterday was the first day of shooting, and it was strange because everything's the same. I mean, I think I've still got the same trailer.
It's pretty fantastic.
Ready to go, ready to go.
It was so great to see everyone again. I'm glad everyone signed up and is back. And it was surprising how quickly we found our stride.
Hey, I hope you have a warrant for... Hey, there's a casino in my garage.
It actually kind of creeped us out how quickly and easily we slid back into these. It seemed like we had been gone 3 weeks.
Okay, our case is up next.
I've lost some hair, I think.
It feels great. It's so comfortable and familiar, and it's a real blessing to be able to come back and do this. We've been very fortunate.
Hey, Marvin, you want a t-shirt? Oh.
It's very nostalgic. It's been very busy. We sort of fell into it again, just like we were before.
And cut.
We got release something.
It's so funny, you feel, my goodness, I'm back here again. It's sort of like a dream, you know. There's a certain kind of ghost-like quality, I feel, or sort of almost transparency that you feel that I'm back in a situation that I've been in before, but that was over and a long time ago, as if I were a spirit visiting all the places where I was alive. But that disappears, of course, as soon as you get shooting. That's a direct insult to my masculinity. I know how to fix stuff. Our idiot son left me hanging in a tree.
And action.
The train written across my forehead?
Sorry, it's just business.
Yeah, Jerome's right, Hank.
But I was nervous because I haven't played that character in so long.
Surprised that you're so confident in our little town when we're bankrupt.
And it did feel odd. But it felt odd because it felt very natural. It felt like we had been together a few days prior, which was, I was very pleased that it felt that way, and it's a really weird feeling.
Oh, crap.
That's not how it goes.
DRPD, I'm shutting this place down, people. Hit the brakes.
It also feels different just because we are, you know, all 5 years older, and our lives have all changed drastically. Like, I mean, I'm here with my kid, I'm pregnant, so it can't help but feel different in that sense, because I think I'm approaching the work and the character from a completely different place in my life. Sorry, I've got a family to support now. If Dog River shuts down, I'm gonna have to get a cop job somewhere else. And no one is gonna hire me if my ticket quotas are so low. So no more games, naps, or matinee movie days. There it is.
But I brought ice cream.
Really, would a pregnant lady have a gun anyway? That's the other thing. Why are you giving a pregnant lady a gun? That is a great way to get a lot of people killed. Now you tell the cranky, hungry, pregnant lady she can't eat candy while they're waltzing around with a candy tray on set.
You'll have some of the black licorice.
Done well, my son.
Okay, we're ready on set.
Actually, that's been the hardest part of this shoot.
There,
3 of
Michael.
those, 2 of these.
Tara rated the candy section, which was a bit disturbing.
There's been a lot of broccoli. There's been a lot of quinoa. There's been a lot of red peppers. If I see another vegetable, I swear to God, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Freeze! No more bowling. That causes cancer. Bowling causes cancer.
That's one of my pregnant activities.
Really?
Well, because I can't just, because everyone goes out and drinks and stuff, so Josh tries to
You
find...
bowl
like,
while you're pregnant?
Yeah. Because
I assume you lock
get
the
bored
balls?
when I go out, because everyone's doing things, so I need an activity, so I stay awake. So we go bowling, or we go play darts.
Pictures up.
Excuse me. Hi. I don't mean to interrupt, but we're putting on a choir recital fundraiser and...
Nothing has changed about Hank. Hank is the same. He's an idiot. So we'll just call a spade a spade.
We entrepreneurs always say that when a door opens, it's time to close the window of opportunity.
No, nothing changes, just like the series from first episode to last episode, it's the same.
You know, if Lacey's grown or changed, it's probably a few more lines. I'm 6 years older, and I think that just naturally maybe there's some kind of organic changes that may have happened, but I was really pleased when I read the script because it feels, like I said, it feels very true to the original series and the way those characters were drawn. Brent has done a beautiful job of it, and it felt like home.
We took a vote, and you're out.
What?
You're too bossy.
Because I'm the boss.
Marker.
Gentlemen, start your wagers. And someone, crank up the tunes! Pretty tough talk when your backup's a baby. Bitch is gonna punch her in now. No, it really is.
I wish I could be as blunt as she is. I don't think I could hurt people the way that she potentially has, but she's so comfortable with everybody that she's safe in being so blunt and taking chances and stuff. And also, she's locked in her head. She thinks she's great at everything. She thinks, and I don't think that.
I can help you.
Oh, I think you've done enough.
But I have studied a ton of law cases. Cohen versus Ewanuick, Barker versus Tunney. I've seen Kramer versus Kramer like 10 times.
Harry Lake. Harry Lake. She's got the hairiest legs in Saskatchewan.
That's me!
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
Go rolling, go to ones.
Figure that out. Okay.
I mean, no people are really like these people in the extent where Oscar is always angry and everybody's a jackass and he's always right.
The water and the power broke all over town, and I fixed the car. It broke again while I was fixing it. We need a new one.
I mean, my father would be angry at times and go, yeah, it's just stupid. So, you know, that would be kind of a starting point for me.
That's pretty common for a lot of actors to bring yourself to it, especially for a long-running series. You kind of seep in there, you know, after a while.
I'm good at being somebody who's roughly like me. But if I had to be, you know, a Russian assassin, or if I had to be, you know, some crazy, quirky store character, you know, I've done improv a few times, and I'm no good at it. The wheels always come off because I get self-conscious. I think, oh, they know I'm crap at this. They're on to me. As soon as I start a character, I get about 8 seconds into it, and I just bail on it, right?
And as I've gone on to do the character, I realized that there is a certain elements of myself that I can identify with Oscar in. That is that as you get older, the world is changing. You don't think it's changing for the best. You have, you know, and for men, you're always in some decline, which also can make you cranky.
No, what we need is someone to fix the car who knows what they're doing. That's a direct insult to my masculinity. I know how to fix stuff. I just learned how to make a deadly weapon out of a stick.
Now, I'm not sure that we would classify Oscar Leroy as a heroic Canadian, though there is the argument that he does live with Emma. There's a kind of heroism implied.
You may as well accept that, Emma. You can't stand in the way of progress.
Only you would think that buying a horse and buggy was progress. You know, it's for women of a certain age, you know, who sort of feel like they all have the same husband as Oscar. You know, it's really good to be playing that for other women, and the kids seem to like her too. She's quite a basically happy person and kind of a hopeful person. So playing someone with that amount of kind of strength is kind of good sometimes. The most important thing is we still have each other. Friends and family are all that counts.
The money helps, too.
The character of my mom, Emma, just didn't exist. The notion was initially that it was my father and I locking horns because my mother had been the kind of the mediator between the two, and she had passed away, and it forced the father and the son to be together more. We really didn't need that to have the father and son lock horns.
Are you questioning my abilities?
No, Dad. When it comes to your abilities, none of us has any question. I always had a great relationship with my mom, and a funny relationship with my mom. She was a strong character, and so I just kind of thought, well, there's no reason really to not have them have a mom in it, and there's potentially a lot more room for humor there. So I just kind of wrote her back in.
You might have to move someplace nice with a special someone. Did I mention Lacey's coming for dinner? They are quintessential Canadian people, but they're also worldwide in the sense that they could be from the Midwest. He's got a great broad spectrum of characters.
I think that each character, somebody has had an experience with that kind of type of individual. I think that it is, you know, Canadian in a really beautiful, true, kind of organic way.
You get some, you can't run around when you're framing police business. That's when
Yeah. Here we go, right here.
I got him right here.
Karen and Davis did get flipped. Originally, Karen was the ditzier, sort of dumb one, and Davis was more of the straight character.
If there was a sniff of a wager in town, I'd know. Man, it doesn't get any stupider than that.
In our walk through over, we went over the lines a few times, and somehow we just managed to flip it where she was the down-to-earth, grounded rookie, and I was the flighty sergeant, and they seemed to like it, and it was easier that way.
It's also my personality. I'm very anal, and I'm a bit of a perfectionist. And although I am an extremely goofy, silly person, those characteristics were pretty hard to hide, and I think they just decided to flip them and also I think it's nice not to play the stereotype, and I do feel women in film still to this day get stuck playing the ditzy dumb characters, and it was kind of nice to see this character be the strong, assertive, smart, controlling character that she is, and Davis be the moron.
A private investigator in Dog River. There are no secrets in small towns.
There are a million mysteries out there.
There's 500 people in town. That's 2,000 mysteries per person.
I'm not a mathematician. I'm a private eye.
Lauren and I, just from day one, had an awesome chemistry. We both had the same birthday. We're both left-handed, different years. Just so you know, I am younger, much younger.
There he is. Hey, Vincy.
She's an incredibly talented actor herself, and it's been to be part of someone's life doing this show. It's pretty. It's a gift, you know. And now she's got one little dude, Foster, who's a brilliant little boy, and she's got another one on the way, and it's great just to be hanging out with her again, because she is a spark plug. I totally love her.
Hi, everybody. Sure. All right.
Hey, don't be so cheap. Don't be cheap.
The film is very true to Corner Gas. It's very true to the characters. It doesn't stray from the kind of world that we created and lived in for all of those years, but it does kind of have some differences where there's a little more insight, I think, into the personalities of the characters and a little more feelings. We have some feelings going on in the movie. Yeah.
Well, do I get a hug for my great idea?
I suppose you've earned it.
I think it's a great last scene. It was kind of a shocker to see Lacey and Brent kiss. Yeah, it was kind of a shocker, I have to say, because, and I thought Nancy took it very well.
Let's not make this
That's the
We're not making Rome, you know.
That's the sweet spot, isn't it?
It is.
Oh, good to know, good to know.
She did make a mistake by saying, you know, on her line, Brent, you've just killed, she instead of kissed. And I thought that was a pretty telling Freudian slip, that I'm going to kill Gabe and Brent. We had a good time kidding her about that.
Brent, you just kissed an actual human female.
She likes you. Ask her out, you jackass.
And then with Janet's last line, I think that was fitting that we end on Janet's "You son of a Oscar," as it were, as the last line.
This is incredible news. I can finally have grandchildren.
Oh, no, we've discussed it. We're not going to have kids.
Son of a...
Here we go, same thing.
Oh, we're doing this right here.
It brings you back to ending the series, too. But this time it isn't so sad. I mean, I remember when we were shooting the last time, and as the series ended, and you knew this was the last time, and maybe the last time you'd ever do it. I'm very thankful to be back here. So I'm conscious now. Beware the ending beyond the ending. You know what I mean? So this one wasn't quite so as emotional, I felt.
Oh my God.
Oh, that came up a lot faster.
It's kind of breaking my heart, actually, because it's coming to a close relatively soon, and I just can't believe how quickly the time has passed, and it makes me sad because I didn't realize how much I missed everybody and missed our feeling. It is really special. Like, I've never experienced what I've experienced on this show in that way. There is this little world that was created that didn't go away.
How are you? Thank you for everything over the years.
When I look back and watch episodes, I can see myself growing up and maturing and becoming a woman. You know, like I got married, and you know, now to come back and have my son here and be pregnant, like it's just a really special experience.
I think I won't think about it until after it's closed. Because it's kind of... When Nancy left today, she said, I'm not going to say goodbye, we'll just... So I'll think about it after.